Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is about self-love, and I just wanted to get into the idea of loving ourselves more and just focusing more on ourselves with this reading. And I figured, why not do self-love messages from your angels, from your guides, what they want to tell you. How can you love yourself better? How can you get more into the idea of self-love and being able to nourish yourself with kind words and just an all-around good feeling that I want to be able to channel for you guys today. And whenever you're ready, you could pick your pile or piles that resonate with you. It may be like a lucky number or a life path number, or maybe even your favorite color on how you decide to choose your pile or piles. And I'll see you guys at your reading. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. You guys chose the King of Hearts. Now with the King of Hearts, you guys have patience, fairness, spirituality, and kindness. So with those words, I'm getting that you guys, when it comes to self-care, should spend your time with sound baths or listening to sound baths, or possibly Hertz music. 432 Hertz is very good healing music for you guys to listen to. For me, I feel that you guys are very much caring, very much giving, and you may have the tendency to overgive or the tendency to spend time with people who drain you of your energy or make you feel very much as if you can't be yourself around these people or a certain person. So for me, the most help that you guys would benefit from when it comes to self-love would be sound bath, Hertz music, any type of music that will boost your self-esteem. Like if you guys like to listen to upbeat music, techno, electronic, very much artists who will get you in that mood of being very optimistic and joyful about life. Because again, I feel like you guys are very caring people, very giving, that you have the tendency to exert yourself to people and extend a hand to people, and you have that ability to separate yourself from the people that you want to help, to the point where it's like this tendency to separate oneself, if that makes sense. With that, I'm getting that you guys need to focus more on your needs and what you guys need to do in order to better yourselves physically, mentally, spiritually. And that's what I'm getting with the King of Hearts. To move on to your Angel Meditations card, we have the Angel of Health, the Angel of Healing, and the Angel of Patience. My whole being is healthy and filled with the energy of love. That is from the Angel of Health. That, I feel, is one of the affirmations that you guys need to listen to. Focusing on your physical health, your mental health, what you guys need to focus on more when it comes to the things that you eat. What foods are you consuming? What ideas are you guys letting permeate your brain? I feel like you guys may have a tendency to overthink in a way that it clouds your vision of how you want to live your life. Like maybe you guys want to achieve certain things, or you have the ideas and the goals that you want to pursue, but at the same time, when you're pursuing these goals, you have a tendency to leave yourself behind. It's like you abandon who you are as a person in order to achieve the things that you want to achieve, in a form that you guys may forget to eat, or you guys may forget to sleep at a certain time. Like the sleeping as well. I feel like sleeping is also another thing that you guys need to focus on, to get more sleep and to eat healthier, change up your diet. It's easier said than done, but I feel like the small changes that you make, like instead of maybe eating past 9 or past a certain time, that you guys decide to eat maybe at 8, and then you're able to digest your food, you're able to focus more on the things that you want to focus on, and at the same time you're taking care of yourself. And with that, you're allowing yourself to be more accustomed to the idea of caring about your body and caring about your mental health as well, because I feel that the less sleep we tend to get as people, the more our thoughts are being consumed on the daily basis. Our mind are consumed by our thoughts, and we have this tendency to always overthink and to make quick judgments without taking the time to care for ourselves. So that's what I'm getting with the Angel of Health. Another card for you guys is the Angel of Patience. I'm actually reading these out of order, so I apologize. But with that, with the Angel of Patience, it says, my patience creates miracles in my life. So with the Angel of Patience, be patient, and I feel like that goes with the Angel of Healing as well. Be patient in the healing process. Like, that's like the overall message I'm getting, that you guys are healing from something that has caused you guys a lot of pain, a lot of trauma, a lot of mental confusion. And you're being called to be very patient with the way that you handle things in your life right now, because it takes a lot mentally for you guys to try to focus on other things when you're not yourself, when you're not content within yourself. And you feel very much the need to rush into things and to be very, again, quick with judgment and quick with making decisions, because you feel as if you prolong the idea of making a choice, then you don't make the choice at all. So it's like this idea of that you always have to make quick decisions, or you always have to be on top of your game, and you always have to stay focused. But right now I'm getting that you guys are needing to be very patient with the way that you handle yourself, and to focus more on your health and what you eat and how you sleep as well is very important. Getting the amount of sleep that you guys need in order to fully function and to be able to create day-to-day situations that are the most beneficial to you guys. And to read the Angel of Healing, it says, I am a channel for the healing energies of the universe. I feel like that's affirmation that you guys need to write down, to get a journal and to write down all 3 of these affirmations, and just to remind yourself to be very patient and to be very gentle when it comes to your healing process and how you guys handle yourself mentally. I feel like this is more of a mental thing than physical or any other situation. Like, it's more of this imprisonment that you guys feel that you're in, because you're so, with that I'm feeling that you guys are so focused on something that's causing you pain. It's like you're trying to do the shadow work, but it's causing so much physical pain, mental pain, that it's hindering you guys from healing, and it's not making you feel as if you love yourself right now. Like, you may feel that you have this tendency to shut yourself out, or feel very much a person who cannot love themselves right now in this moment. And you guys are being called to focus on the healing process and to focus on being patient on the healing process. Because to read the Angel of Healing, it says, the real source of healing is the inner sun that radiates through our bodies with its qualities of love and synthesis, uplifting our vibrations and cleansing the environment around us. True healing is to know that we are one with God. Being one with yourself, being content with who you are right now in this moment, allowing yourself to heal from the traumas and the pains of the past, and moving forward in a direction that you are able to be very much within yourself, within your physical body, your spiritual body, and allowing yourself to heal from the things that have caused you pain and the things that made you sad and feel as if you were hopeless or unworthy, because that's not true. It's just your mind has filled itself with thoughts and pains of the past to the point where you feel that that is your present, but it is not. So I really do feel with that you guys have to be very patient with the way you go about your healing, because if you don't, you'll have a tendency to always look back into the past and have a tendency of feeling that you're not worthy of something, or that you're unlovable, or that you feel you can never love yourself the way that you truly want. And I feel like the more patient you guys are when it comes to how you treat yourself, when it comes to how you live your day-to-day life, taking it moment by moment, the more you'll be able to heal, and you'll be able to love yourself even more, because you've allowed yourself the time that you need to heal and to develop this self-care routine where you can heal and become in a better position, not only spiritually but mentally and physically as well, which is why we have the Angel of Health. And I want to end you guys reading there. I decided to keep it short and sweet because it's 6 piles, and I just wanted to give you guys like a little tidbit of information that I feel that you guys needed to hear right now. So I wanted to keep it nice and short and sweet. Thank you so much for joining me right now in this moment. And I hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, whenever time you're watching this. And I hope to see you guys in my next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose the 9 of Spades. The 9 of Spades represents death. So for me, with the 9 of Spades, the Death card, you guys are needing to hear that there is a rebirth when it comes to the idea of how you view self-love, how you go about treating yourself when it comes to loving yourself. There's this idea that I feel with you guys that in the past, this idea of self-love may have been toxic. This idea of you loving yourself at the time may have felt beneficial to you, but now in your present moment, it's become this toxicity of how you view love and how you view the ability to love yourself. And I feel like there's this rebirth that's happening with you guys, and how you want to treat yourself better, and how you want to be treated by others as well. And there may have been people who you felt it was like this definition of love that wasn't really love, but I feel like it was a conditioning of some sort. Like the whole, I'm trying to get this idea of like, I hit you because I love you type situation. Like if you lived in a certain environment where people would do a bad thing and associate it with love, like I feel that that is the environment that you guys may have grown up in, or that you were conditioned to. And now right now it's like you having this whole new idea of self-love and the whole idea of love itself, because the way that love was viewed in your past is completely different than the way you want to be loved right now. It was like from childhood, your parents would tell you that, you know, their idea of love, their idea of love would be to make sure that you ate and that you were clothed and, you know, that you stayed out of trouble. But the way that they decided to, I would say, pursue those ideas was very toxic and very much the environment of you do as I say, or, you know, you were disrespectful in some way. And in that way, I feel like you guys were conditioned to believe that love was always like this military style idea of, you know, of love. Like I just feel it's just very much this conditioning. Like it wasn't really something that you truly believed in, but it was something that you guys grew up with for so long, to where it became an idea that you became attached to. Like you guys are now finding out how you want to be loved and how you want to be treated and how you want to treat yourself versus what you were taught, and how at a certain point you believe that this is what love was, or this is what you felt love should be like, or that you felt like love will always be like. But then you may have had a different thought process as you got older about love and the way you want to be loved, and you realize it's completely different from the way you grew up. And I feel like that's why you guys chose the 9 of Spades. It's this idea of, I'm going to love myself the way I feel I deserve to be loved. And that, I feel, is very beautiful, that you guys are coming to that moment of realization, that moment of realizing that I don't have to be loved the way someone else chooses to love me. I could love myself in a way that I can attract a person that'll love me the same way I love myself, you know? So that's why I feel like you guys chose this card. And with that, you have the Angel of Openness, the Angel of Communication, and the Angel of Peace. Starting with the Angel of Openness, it says, my heart and mind are open to the light and love of my soul. Then you have the Angel of Communication. I express clearly the voice and wisdom of my heart. And last, you have the Angel of Peace. I am infinite peace. So for you guys, with the self-care tip that I'm feeling that you guys should hear right now, is I feel like this is a lot of throat chakra blockage. Like, it's just the inability to express. And I feel like that you guys should have this, I call it like the mirror talk. Like, you guys look in the mirror and you talk to yourself about things that may have been bothering you, about the way you've been treated, or just in general about something you want to tell yourself face to face, literally. And another idea I feel like you guys should hear is that you should have a playlist of songs that you like to sing to, in order to open up your throat chakra more, because I feel like that's where the communication or the miscommunication is coming in, is that throat blockage. It's not being able to express how you feel or express yourself, because I feel like you guys, again, there's this conditioning. Like, you guys don't express how you feel because you feel that something should be a certain way, or something that has been a certain way for so long that you don't feel the need to speak up, or that you can't speak up because for so long you haven't said anything. And I feel like that idea of self-love comes in the form of communication for you guys, being able to express how you feel, not only to other people but to yourself, being honest with yourself, being open about the things that you want to yourself. And I feel like that's very important for you guys to hear, because it's like with all 3 of these angel cards, for me it just talks about the ability to be open to being communicative and finding that peace within yourself to be open with communication, and just being able to be content with the way you feel, and not feeling as if you have to question what you're feeling because it's not what you are used to feeling, or it's not what you were raised on. But now it's like you're having this own moment of clarity. You're thinking for yourself in a way that you are realizing how you want to be loved, and you are wanting to communicate that in a way that it's effective and that it benefits you. So starting with the Angel of Openness, you have, again, I read the affirmation. So it says, when our consciousness is open to the love and light of the soul, our lives gain a new perspective. The light illuminates all that may be still obscure and doubtful in our minds. Wow. Yeah, like there's this light bulb moment that you guys are having right now of how you want to be treated, of how you choose to love yourself. And it's like you've been in the dark for so long that now you're seeking that light. You're seeking that awakening that you guys truly want to experience, because you want to experience something new of outside of what you've been taught or what you've been thinking. It's like this completely different thought process of love itself, not just self-love, but love in its entirety, of how people have treated you in the past that said they have loved you, but in a way that they felt that love meant, you know, treating you a certain way that they felt they had to treat you in order for you to do what they wanted you to do. Like that was their idea of love, and I feel like you guys are coming out of that idea of what they felt was love, because to you it felt like control, it felt like torture, but to them it was love. And I felt that you guys have loved this person or this type of person to the point where you don't question that that's how they love you, or maybe you felt that this is who they are and this is how they choose to love. I feel like you guys are getting out of that energy and more into the energy of, if my idea of being loved isn't this, I'm not going to associate myself with this anymore. And I feel like you guys are having that moment. And with the angel of communication, you're being able to tell people now how you want to be treated, how you want to be loved, how you deserve to be loved, how you feel that from now on how things should go. It says, when we meet someone and connect with his or her inner light, we allow the most wonderful communication to happen, be it with words, gestures, with a smile, or even in silence. So I feel like you guys will be able to master that ability to communicate on a spiritual level with people, because you'll be able to have that love for yourself to the point where you're in tune with someone else's spirituality. Like, you're in tune with people spiritually, and that's a whole nother level of communication that I feel like you guys are wanting to step more into. And I think it's a beautiful thing in regards to that, when someone doesn't have to say anything and they automatically know how you feel. That's a different level of understanding that not a lot of people get to experience. And it's a different level of compassion as well, because you're putting yourself in someone else's light and you're allowing yourself to truly see someone for who they are, and not, what we make them up to be in our minds, or this idea of them that we love more so than the actual person. And I feel like that is also another form of self-love for you guys. And with the angel of peace, peace is an inner agreement with the soul's steady serenity. You guys will find peace within this situation. You will find peace with the idea of loving yourself. But I feel like in order to do that, you have to communicate to yourself about how you want to be loved, how you want to be treated, how you want to be respected. And it's being honest with yourself about what you want, and not allowing other people's opinions and decisions to affect how you love yourself. So be very much in that energy of finding that inner peace. Go for a walk, find a peaceful place to sit, and truly be honest about the way you want to be loved and the way you want to love yourself from this point forward. Okay, and I will end you guys reading there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As I told Pile 1, I wanted to keep it short and sweet and just give you guys clear messages that you needed to hear right now in this moment. Again, thank you guys for joining me. Have a great day, evening, night, whenever time you're watching this, and I hope to see you guys in my next reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose the 10 of Clubs. The 10 of Clubs stands for abundance, fortune, and luck. So for you guys, I'm getting your self-love comes in the form of being fulfilled. Like, you guys aren't content with where you are right now, or you guys are wanting to pursue something more next level than what you're currently experiencing, whether that's a new job or just the ability to travel to a different place. I'm feeling that you guys aren't fulfilled with what you're doing right now. So for you guys, there's this need for adventure, this need for being happy. You guys are wanting to be more content with the way that you love yourself right now. Like, there's just something about what you are currently doing that you feel you're not, that you're wanting to do, and it'll help you love yourself better, if that makes sense. It's like when we pursue the things that we want to pursue, it's another form of self-love. And I feel like what you guys are currently doing isn't what you truly want to be doing right now. So with that, I feel that you guys should, if you can't currently get out of the situation that you're in, I'm getting that a self-care ritual that you guys are needing to put into practice is listening or reading inspirational quotes from artists, poets, people who travel a lot. I'm getting like people who are constantly in search of fulfillment. And for you guys, I'm getting that it's about your life's purpose. What is it that'll make you the most fulfilled in this lifetime? And for me personally, any lifetime, is the ability to find our purpose, what we are meant to do in this life, what things or goals, accomplishments that we want to achieve in order to have that confidence that we want, that love for ourselves that we crave, because we feel like right now we're not in that headspace, we're not in that area that we truly want to be in. So listening, to inspirational quotes, to people who have been through the same things that you've been through, listening to autobiographies even. Like, I feel like there's a lot of audio with you guys. Maybe you guys like to listen to audiobooks, or again, listen to inspirational quotes. But just something that you guys can relate to what you're reading or what you're listening to. And I feel like for you guys, it's just this ability to want more, this ability to create more for yourself in order to be fulfilled, in order to be in that space where you truly feel that you are happy with the life that you are living right now. And I feel like that's why you guys chose the 10 of Clubs. It's this need for fulfillment, this need to find that joy, that abundance of self-love that comes from enjoying life and doing the things that we want to do instead of the things that we feel like are a necessity to do in order to survive. I feel like that's why you chose this pile. And your 3 cards are the Angel of Serenity, the Angel of Gratitude, and the Angel of Harmony. So for you guys, I'm going to start with the Angel of Serenity. Serenity is part of my life. I live with serenity each moment that life brings. I feel like that out of all 3 of these cards, the Angel of Serenity is the one that I feel like you guys are resonating with the most. It's like this need to be at peace with where you are right now in your life. And I feel like that's where your self-love will come from the most. Being at peace with where you are right now, but not feeling as if this is where you'll always be. Being grateful, being very much a person who is grateful for the things that they have accomplished, but also being grateful for what they have right now in this moment, and realizing that as a human beings you've come way further than what you've realized, and allowing yourself to fully bask in that moment, to fully make sure that you understand that the things that you've been through, the things that you've accomplished, the goals that you've achieved has been something that you wanted to do in the moments that you've done them. And even though you've already accomplished them, you've already achieved them, you should still consider them accomplishments and achievements. Because I feel like sometimes you may have a way of distancing yourself from what you've achieved because you're always wanting to achieve more, that you forgot about the things that you've already achieved. And it's like this need to constantly remind yourself that you've come way further than what maybe even people have expected of you to come from. Like, You may have come from a background or an upbringing that people don't really pursue the things that they want to do. They feel like they have to work a 9-to-5 job, or they have to live a mundane life because that's safer than trying to figure out what we want to do in our lives and what will make us happy. Because sometimes the things that make us happy requires us to go out on a limb. It requires us to fully, I'm getting the full card, to fully embrace the unknown and to really move towards something that we don't know what could possibly happen. What can possibly happen. What is the outcome that'll be the most present, if that makes sense. Like the outcome that'll happen the most. Like this probability of trying to predict the future but not really having a clear answer or a clear response. So I'm getting that that's where your form of self-love, will come from the most, is being able to realize what you've accomplished, and that the room to accomplish even more comes from the gratitude that you'll have from the things that you have accomplished and the things that you have achieved. And your second card is the Angel of Gratitude. I give thanks and appreciate each conscious moment of my life. It is very important to feel gratitude for all that we have been able to accomplish. Yes. Again, gratitude, being able to say that I've accomplished this, I did this for myself. I didn't do this for anyone else. I did this because I want to do it. I did this because it will make me happy. It'll make me feel as if I'm doing this for myself. That is a form of self-love that you guys are into. That idea of doing things for yourself, not doing it because someone else wants you to do it, or not doing it because you feel like it'll better you in the future, but doing it because you feel that right now in this moment it'll make you the happiest. It'll bring that joy, that contentment that you need in order to boost your self-confidence, your self-love. And with the last card, we have the Angel of Harmony. I'm living in harmony with universal laws. I'm creating harmony at each moment of my life. To be in harmony with the universe is to live in tune with joy, love, and spiritual power. So you guys are going to come more into your power the more you decide to do things for yourself, the more you decide to love yourself in the form of focusing on the things that you want and going after the things that you want, and not being bothered by what other people may say about it, because you are doing what makes you happy, and that's the most important. And to continue reading, it says, as we learn to live in tune with the universal laws, we realize that we're an inextricable part of nature. People who live together in total support of each other open the way so angels' spiritual journey energies can flow in their lives and bring harmony. I'm getting people who live together in total support. You guys are finding your soul tribe. The more you guys head towards the things that you love, head towards the things that'll bring you the most happiness, you will find those people who are going to support you, who are going to remain by your side, who are going to stick with you because they support the same things that you do. And so don't think that by going on this journey of self-love that you will be alone, because the more you love yourself, the more you realize that you're never alone in your journey, that you have your angels, you have your soul tribe, your spiritual family that is always with you no matter what. And I feel like you guys are needing to hear that, because you may not be currently surrounded by people who support you with the things that you want to do in your life. And even though this is your life right now, it won't be your life forever. So don't feel as if because you're in this present moment full of uncertainty and loss and maybe even a bit of hopelessness, that this is your life. This is how your life is going to continue to be like. This is just right now. Things change, energies change, time change. So don't think that this is where you'll always remain. Be in that constant state of energy of loving yourself, and you will see your external world change, because you decide that by putting yourself first, by doing the things that you want to do, you are going to love yourself in a way that I feel that you guys may not have been loved by the people around you. And it'll become this spiritual birth for you guys that'll allow you guys to open more into the idea of loving yourself and allowing yourself to attract your soul family and the things that you want out of this lifetime. And I'm going to end your reading right there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Like I told the other pals, I'm keeping it short and sweet, giving you guys just enough to where you're able to bask in the idea of self-love and different ideas that you guys want to try to help better your ideas of how you want to love yourself. And that's why I made the reading short. Thank you guys again for joining me. Have a great day, evening, night, whenever time you're watching this. And I hope to see you guys in my next reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. So you guys chose the Two of Diamonds. The Two of Diamonds stands for cooperation, association, and principles. So for you guys, I'm getting the need to have more boundaries for you guys when it comes to self-love. I feel that it may be hard for you guys to set certain boundaries for certain people or certain situations, and I feel like a form of self-love that you guys are needing to get more into is the idea of putting boundaries on the people or situations that take a toll on you mentally as well as physically, because I feel like you guys have this ability to give people second chances and to give people the benefit of the doubt and to really try to make up for people's shortcomings. I mean, we all have these shortcomings about us that we feel that we may have to make up for in other people. But I feel like that's where the boundaries come in, this ability to say no. I feel like you guys may have a hard time saying no as well. Like, just turning people down, telling them things that they may not want to hear may bring you a certain level of, I say sadness, because I feel like you guys have a lot of compassion for people and you understand people on a level that's more, like, people's life experiences are something that you can somehow relate to, even though you may not have had those same life experiences. It's like this ability to be compassionate with people to the point where you can easily forgive them. And I feel like it's a beautiful quality to have, but at the same time you have to be very careful in a way that you choose to see someone when it comes to yourself and the way that you view them. Because you have a tendency of allowing people to say or do certain things that you may not be completely comfortable with or may agree with, but you're so understanding and compassionate that you have a level of understanding that many or some people that are around you may not have. So I feel like that's where you guys are needing to put those boundaries in check, because you guys are very precious, sweet people, and it's that need to protect yourself and put those boundaries on certain situations that will give you more of the self-love that you guys deserve. And with the principles I'm getting, when it comes to the idea of having principles, the idea of having values, I feel like you guys are needing to put, okay, for me, boundaries and values are something that you guys are needing to put more into fruition. And it's like you guys are needing to find values that are aligned with more with who you are. And it's not like letting your values be influenced by other people or by certain ideas, but more so about what you value in your life is also where your level of self-love will increase, because you are putting those values and boundaries onto situations that take a toll on you or that may have the potential to push you to a certain limit and may allow you to feel a certain way about it that you wouldn't want to feel. And I feel like that's why you guys chose the Two of Diamonds. There's this need for, and again, two also talks about soul union in tarot. So there's this need to be one with self, which is why, for me, like, your overall need of self-love comes in the form of how you view yourself. And even though self-love is the definition of self, how we choose to love ourselves, I feel like for you guys it's based on the values and the principles and the boundaries that you have on certain external situations that comes back to self. How every situation, how every life experience that you have experienced up to this point in your life, how you may have had to use your values or your experience, your boundaries, the way you view things in order for you to be comfortable in certain situations. Because I feel like you may have had a certain situation, or I would say conflicts, that may have required you to be outside of your character, and it's not something you normally wouldn't do, but in a way you may not have had strong values at the time. And now I feel like you guys are being called to put your values into play, put your boundaries and principles into play on how you choose to look at certain life situations and conflicts. I feel like that's why you guys chose the Two of Diamonds overall. So, to get into your angel messages, you have the Angel of Adventure, the Angel of Surrender, and the Angel of Kindness. So the self-care routine I'm feeling for you guys is the need to journal. Journal, or to go to your favorite places. Find a place within your area that you guys enjoy going to and journal. Journal your feelings, journal how you feel about things that are going on in your life right now, or things that you want to express that may have happened from the past that you haven't had a chance to tell anyone, or maybe you didn't want to tell anyone that of what happened. Go to that quiet place, go to that place that you guys enjoy going to the most, and journal about your feelings. I know some people aren't really big into writing. If not, I would suggest recording yourself. And I know that's like maybe a strange piece of advice, but record yourself and hear how you sound, because the way you record your voice, the notes of your voice, the way you sound when you talk about different things are a reflection back to you. And it's also how you talk to other people. So when we listen to the way we talk, when we record ourselves and we listen to ourselves for the first time, it kind of becomes that thing where we realize that this is how I sound to other people. And in a way, you can change the way you talk. You could change your narrative, the way you decide to view certain things, or the way you may look at certain things with negativity and being pessimistic. And not because you guys want to, but because it's like this urge to express yourself has been so much repressed. It's been so repressed to the point where it turns into anger, and it manifests into pain and misery. So I'm feeling that for you guys, there's a need to listen to how you sound. I feel like I think that's important for you guys, to listen to how you sound and to listen to the things that you may talk about when you record. Or again, if you guys are more comfortable with writing, you can write and journal about your feelings. and what you're feeling at the time that you're writing, and things that you may have never told anyone that you want to express to your journal. And your journal can be your own personal best friend. You don't have to look at it in a way where it's just paper and pencil or pen. It's however you're feeling, and you're talking to your best friend, you're writing notes. Like, think about passing notes in class. Like, treat it as if it's an experience, like you're writing a book for someone. If that makes it feel as if, if it makes you feel more so that you're not writing it in a way that's just secretive, but it's like you're getting it out there. But some may feel as if when we're writing down our thoughts and journaling it, that it's just something that a journal for me is private. It's a very private thing, and there may be a need to share what we feel, but we may not be able to express it in words. So imagine that you're writing a book. Imagine that you're writing this for someone to read, and you want them to know how you feel on a personal level. I think that'll help you guys a lot to express more of how you feel while journaling. And for the first card, for the Angel of Adventure, it says, everything in my life leads me to be nearer to God. When adventure comes, it is an invitation to open the way to what is new. I feel like for that, it's to allow yourselves to enjoy new experiences. Allow yourselves to be invited to things as well. You guys may not feel the need to be around a lot of people, or may not feel the need to be around people in general, but I feel like the more you guys get out of your shell, the more you guys allow yourselves to be around people who are going to love and respect you, that more self-love you have, because you allow yourself to be around people who love you the way that you love yourself. So also be very mindful of the people that you keep as company, because that's also a form of self-love. For the Angel of Surrender, I'm getting to surrender to your feelings, not allowing yourself to be emotionally closed off because the feelings may feel too painful or too much of a burden for you. Allow yourself to feel those things, because the more we surrender to our feelings, the more we're better to understand ourselves. And that is another form of compassion and self-love, and a level of self-love that not a lot of people feel the need to reach, especially I think when we reach from childhood to adulthood. And I talk about this a lot just because I feel that transition is very important. The way we view feelings as a child is different from the way we view them as adults. So be very mindful to surrender to those feelings that you feel and not allow yourself to be closed off. And the Angel of Kindness, I am a free and powerful source of life and kindness. The essence of kindness is to realize that intricate and delicate network that we form with the beings in every kingdom in all dimensions. With the Angel of Kindness, you guys be more in this kind energy to yourself. Treat yourself with kindness. Don't feel the need to be hard on yourself when you feel like you haven't accomplished something, or be hard on yourself because you feel like you're supposed to be at a different level in life than where you currently are. Be kind to the journey. Don't allow yourself to feel so impatient to where you don't enjoy your life right now. Be kind to the person that you are becoming, and allow yourself to have those transitions and those moments to feel free, to be open, to surrender to your feelings, to allow yourself to be more compassionate with who you are. I feel like you guys have more compassion for the people around you than you do yourself. And I feel like that you need to bring that compassion back to self in order to develop that kindness that you need in order to have that form of self-love that you guys are looking for. And I will end you guys reading right there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Like I told the other pals, I'm keeping it short and sweet so you guys can have some inspirational self-love messages that you need to hear right now. And I hope that it was beneficial for you guys. Have a great day, evening, night, whenever time you're watching this. And I hope to see you guys in the next reading. Bye. Hello, Pal 5. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose the 9 of Diamonds. 9 of Diamonds. generous, protective, and for you guys, it also has the end and the beginning. So, what I'm getting the most from you guys, self-love. Wow. Becoming more protective over your energy. Not giving your time and energy to every single person or thing that may require your attention. That is not in your best interest. I'll say that. That's not in your best interest. I feel that you guys have a tendency to give your energy away even when you're not in the mood to do something. It's like you feel obligated to do it. So instead of you wanting to do it from your heart, it's more like, I have to do this or else this won't get done, or this is something that I have to do because this person wants me to do it. And I feel like that it's a manipulation factor when it comes to how generous you guys are to people, because I feel that you have a tendency, again, to give your energy to people who get under your skin. And not to say that you guys do it intentionally, but I feel like this is mostly like, it's like the company you keep, or maybe the company you're constantly surrounded by. That's what I'm getting. It's like the people you're constantly surrounded by, you're continuously giving your energy to, and you don't have that energy left. No energy left for yourself. And I'm trying to see. Give me 1 second, you guys. It's like energy vampires. Like, I'm getting like people feel like they can always come to you for something, and it's like you guys are always the person that people come to when they need something, or when they want advice, or when they just, that overall person you go to when you're looking for comfort. And I feel like people take advantage of that sometimes, and you have a tendency of not being able to renew and regain your energy for the things that you want to do because you're so focused on helping other people. And I feel like you guys need to put all that focus and energy back into yourself. And that doesn't make you a bad person, and I'm not saying that you guys want to be manipulated or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. I just feel like you guys have a tendency to care a lot more than with someone else, I'll say that. Like, you guys just have that generosity about you. There's just a lot of need to help. You guys may be in the industry of maybe customer service. Like, you guys are just constantly in service to other people, and you're just leaving yourself behind. But it's something that over time has happened. It's not something you may not have caught on to at the moment, but over time you're becoming more and more drained of your energy. And I feel like you guys are being required to go back and put that energy that you've been putting into other people and helping other people back into yourself, because you guys have that tendency to give to the point where you feel burnt out. And again, I feel like that's because you're the kind of people that people go to when they need a shoulder to cry on. You're very amazing in the sense that you guys are strong. There's a lot of strength within you guys that people gravitate towards, to specifically people who need comfort, people who always are in need of assistance. You guys are there. You're like the mom friend of your group, I feel, or just that person that people feel they can go to when they again need someone to talk to. And I feel like you guys are being called to put more boundaries on that, on who you decide to let into your energy and who you decide to give your time and attention to, so that at the end of the day, you still have time and energy for yourself and for the things that you want to do in your life. And for a self-care routine for you guys, I feel like you should incorporate something very creative, like drawing or painting or sketch. One of your angel cards is the angel of creativity, which is where I got the ideas of art. Anything artsy, anything that requires you to be creative, even if it means cooking, like being creative with the way that you cook, trying new dishes, new foods for anyone who truly is a food person, which I don't get who wouldn't be, but someone who truly loves the idea of creating new foods and creating new recipes. Get more into the idea of doing something that is very creative and can express those emotions that you guys have, because there's so much emotional. You guys are an emotional people. You're sensitive to energies, emotions. So I feel that you guys need a creative outlet in order to let those things out. And I feel like dance can also help. Finding a song that you guys can dance to whenever you're stressed out or have this pent up energy and aggression. And I feel like you guys need to channel it towards something more creative, something that'll express that, an outlet. Again, drawing, painting, sketch. If you guys are into sculpting, I'm getting someone may be into sculpting as well. Just the idea where you can create something from your imagination. Using your imagination, I feel, will help you guys a lot when it comes to self-love. Being able to express your ideas in a way that's very artsy and creative, and something that you can show people and just be very expressive with it too. Like something like a free range project, something where it's no restrictions, no nothing that's like a requirement. It's just something you truly do just out of pure enjoyment. That's just something that you enjoy doing, which is again, anything artsy, I feel, for you guys, which is why I feel like you guys chose the Nine of Diamonds. And the Nine of Diamonds also talks about end and beginning. And with that, I'm getting there's a means to an end on, again, what you give your energy to, and there's a new beginning that is coming. There's something that you guys are needing to put your energy into that is going to allow you to feel more self-love. And I feel like you guys know what that is, a hobby, something that you guys enjoy doing on the side that brings you the contentment that you guys need in day-to-day life. I feel like that is where the end and the beginning comes from, because it's the energy that you give to the things that drain you is now coming to an end, and the new beginning is the idea of putting your energy into things that fulfills you and that brings you joy, contentment, excitement, being excited about the idea of living, of life in general. And your first angel card is the angel of obedience. I follow my soul's guidance day by day. The only true obedience is to the soul. From that dimension within our own being come all signals, guidance, and intuition to be obeyed. When we obey in that way with all our senses, we are serving the soul. Following your life's purpose, and I feel that that is in a form of creativity. That is the form of self-love you guys, I feel, will come from the most. The idea of creating something that means a lot to you is where the idea of being more obedient to the flow of life, to the way things may lead up to in your progress in life in general. Like, I feel like this has been a long journey for you guys, and your progress, your journey has led you to a moment of realization of following your soul's purpose, following what'll bring you that contentment, the ultimate abundance that you guys are searching for, which I feel is in the form of being creative, being more expressive in the way you feel by the means of creativity. Whether that's also writing as well, creative writing, being like this free range idea of maybe you can come up with a topic that you guys are very interested in, and you can write and you can start your own blog and that'll be an outlet for you guys that can start something completely different, can lead you to different avenues and ideas. And it's like the more you follow that, the more you can become creative in the way that you live your life, the way that you, from the beginning, again, by the beginning and the end. So the beginning of it, starting from living your life by the means of creativity. So you can start by writing a blog, right? You can start by creative writing, let's just say. And you're creative writing in a journal, and the journal turns into a blog, and then the blog turns into a website. Like, that's the whole idea of soul's purpose, soul progression as well. The idea of letting your progress speak for you, and being that which makes you happy, because you're allowing your soul to guide you towards your happiness, towards your fulfillment. And with that, we have the angel of positivity. My mind is filled with positive thoughts that nourish and heal my life. Remain positive about what you're doing. Remain positive about what you're wanting to do, I feel. So not so much so what you're doing now. I feel like you guys can find the positivity in it, but it won't bring you any ultimate fulfillment. But being positive about the things that you are looking forward to in the future. There is something I feel that you guys want to start or want to create, and I feel that you need to be more positive about that heading towards the future, because it can lead you to other avenues, into other possible forms of income. But you guys have to remain positive about the outcome of it. Otherwise, it's just another idea. It's just another thing that you thought of. And it's just something that, it'll be something that you thought of, but it's not something that you remain positive about. So in a way, it's something that is more in your imagination than something that you feel you can actually bring into fruition. So remain positive about what you want to do, what you want to achieve. And with that, you can have that form of self-love, because you're remaining positive about your future. You're remaining positive about the things that you want to do in the future, as well as remaining positive about what you're currently doing in your present. Because with that, we allow ourselves to feel grateful for the things that we do have. We're able to attract more of the things that we want. So remain positive in that sense. And I feel that that is another form of self-love that you guys are needing to hear. And with that, I'll end your reading. Thank you guys so much for listening. And like I told the other pals, I wanted to make this short and sweet, to keep this message or messages to give to you guys that you may need to hear right now. And hopefully they resonated with you, and that you took something out of it that can help you guys in the future as well as right now. And I just want to thank you guys again for listening. Have a great day, evening, night, whatever day it is, whatever time it is. Sorry, whatever time is it. This is my fifth pile, so I'm stumbling now. And I hope you guys have a great day, and see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 6. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose the 7 of Clubs. 7 of Clubs meaning ambition, drive, desire, intuitive. So with the 7 of Clubs for you guys, I'm getting that your form of self-love comes in the form of following your intuition. I feel that you guys are needing to be more in the energy of following what you truly want day to day. I feel like your intuition comes in, following your intuition is that day-to-day thing that we should incorporate into our lives. The day-to-day decisions that we make to better ourselves, or to be in a position in life where we're fulfilled. That will be the form of self-love that you guys are needing to cultivate and aspire to reach. Because I feel that that's where your happiness truly lies, in following your intuition. Allowing yourself to be surrounded by people or situations, places that help you follow your intuition. And I say that in particular because I feel like you guys have a tendency to be more logical than intuitive. So the more logical you become in your life, the more difficult it is to make decisions, because we don't feel the need to take a leap of faith because it becomes this unknown, scary place. But I feel the more you guys follow your intuition, the more you're able to head towards the things that will help you develop a sense of love for yourself, and for the things that will bring you closer to that level of self-love that you guys are looking for. Which is why I feel you guys chose the Seven of Clubs. And for your self-care rituals, I suggested owning a pet. And it doesn't even have to be an actual pet, physical pet. It could also be a virtual pet. You can download a virtual pet game on your phone, or even buying a plant. I feel like you guys are caretakers, people who want to take care of things and people. So I feel that that will come in the form of taking care of someone or something. And I feel that you guys also are just needing to be more in a position where you take responsibility for something that can help make you grow in a way that's more spiritual, if that makes sense. It's like the more responsibility you have, the more growth you develop. And that's also where your self-love kicks in, because you have this sense of responsibility over something or someone. And it's that ability to share the love that you have with another person, or with another living thing. But I feel like for me, with you guys, it's more of a pet situation, only because I feel like with a pet, it's like you're becoming more responsible over something that can't quite take care of itself in a way. So it allows you to be more of a caretaker, more in the position of being responsible and having that sense of self-love that you guys are looking for, because you're able to be more responsible in a way that you can be more independent. Hopefully that makes sense, because I feel that it may not make sense to some of you guys the way I'm wording it, and I apologize. But again, it's like that need to be responsible for something in your life, I feel, is another form of self-love for you guys, which is again why I feel you guys chose the Seven of Clubs. That ambition, that drive, that desire to head towards something, to be able to be responsible for something. That need for independence, that need to be more independent in that sense of being responsible. With your cards, we have the Angel of Expectation, the Angel of Birth, and the Angel of Order. I am always expecting the best of myself. To what do you want to give birth? The essence of expectation is to know how to wait for that which is already conceived within yourself. It is like a pregnant woman who nourishes and cares while she wisely waits till the baby is ready to be born. Then she joyfully welcomes it. Wow. So the qualities you guys are looking for this is actually what I'm getting from this, is that you already have the idea of self-love that you're looking for. It's now the need to put it into fruition, because it says nourishes and cares while she wisely waits till the baby is ready to be born. So you guys, I feel like, are into that energy of having the ideas of how you want to love yourself, how you again, like, you guys may have your own self-care routine, I feel, but it's just that need to constantly nourish it and to care for it. Like, be very consistent in the way that you care for yourself, I feel, is another form. This consistency, like, you guys have it already. You guys have this idea of self-love that you desire, or these ideas. If it's not something that you already have into fruition, you have the ideas for it, but it's just that consistency that's a problem. It's like, one minute you have the love that you want, that you desire for yourself, and then the next minute you don't feel worthy of that love anymore. And I feel with you guys, you need to be more consistent about that love that you want, so you're able to have that and cultivate it, so you can give birth to the idea of it, and the idea of how you want to be loved in the way that you already have within yourself. Because I'm just getting back to, I'm always expecting the best of myself. And I feel like that's really an affirmation for you guys that you should write down. Only because you have these expectations of yourself. Now it's time to take care of them, to nourish them, and to have the ability to put them into fruition, which is why I also feel you have the angel of birth. I'm being born each moment to the newness in my life. So the need to transform as well. There's a transformation or transformations that you guys have been through in your life that's always created this cycle of newness, this cycle of feeling, this cycle of self-love, because you're able to reinvent who you are and able to add on to who you are as well. It's not a complete reinvention of self, but it's more like adding on to who you already are, in a way that you let go of the things that no longer serve you and attract more of the things that you want into your life. And every single time you do that, you love yourself even more, because you're allowing yourself to let go of things that doesn't bring you joy, that doesn't bring you happiness, that doesn't add to the person that you want to be or that you want to become. When a cycle is complete, it holds within it the time to welcome birth. Birth is the moment of transition that precedes a great revelation. Wow, freshness, novelty, and innocence. Giving birth to the idea of love, of self-love. Giving birth to the idea of transformations, of allowing ourselves to be transformed by our experiences, to be transformed in the ways of, we become stronger and wiser by the things that we know, and we do not let the things that hurt us hinder us. And with that, we become that person who loves ourselves even more, because we allow ourselves to remain strong even in the hardest of times. Then we have the angel of order. My outer life reflects my inner order. Wow, okay, no being or thing would exist if processes of order and ritual were forgotten. Again, if this comes back to the consistency I talked about earlier, it says no being or thing would exist if process of order and ritual were forgotten. Have that order, you guys, when it comes to your routine, when it comes to the way you order your self-care ritual reflects your thoughts of self. When you think about it, how we choose to take care of ourselves comes from our thought process. So when our thought process is out of order, how we take care of ourselves becomes out of order as well. And I feel that's why you guys have the angel of order. It's about the consistency, being consistent with the way we take care of ourselves when it comes to how we feel about ourselves, how we nourish ourselves physically, mentally, what we read, what we watch. It's very important that we allow ourselves to be nourished by things that are going to help our progress, and not something that is going to keep us from progressing. And it says, when there is order, the higher energies flow without hindrance. We feel a great freedom, and we do not need to worry about what to do next. It says we don't need to worry. But there's freedom in order. There's freedom in being able to say that I am completely aligned with what I want. My thoughts, my actions, my words speak about where I want to go. Nothing is out of order. My thoughts aren't different from my actions. My actions aren't different from the way I talk or the way I do things. It just becomes one, all one in alignment, because of the way we take care of ourselves, which I feel is why that self-care ritual, specifically for pile number 6, is so important, because you guys are being called to have that order within yourselves. In order for your self-care routine to truly make a difference within your life, you have to be able to be in alignment with every single thing that you want. Otherwise, it just becomes you out of alignment, and it's being indecisive, and I'm getting Two of Swords energy, just not being able to make a decision and feeling very much guarded, and not making a decision at all. Sometimes when we feel so indecisive and so overwhelmed, we end up not making a decision, and we end up missing out on great opportunities and experiences. So you guys focus on what you want and remain consistent about it. Don't allow yourself to be weighed down by the things that may have hurt you, or by certain experiences that may have limited the way you thought about them, or the way you think about your future as well as your present. Okay, you guys, and I'm going to end your reading right there. Thank you guys so much for listening to my reading. As I told the other pals, I decided to keep this reading short and sweet so you guys can get the messages that you need from your pile. I just want to say have a great day, evening, night. Thank you so much for watching this video, if you guys got to the end. And again, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.